Have you ever had that feeling, that deep, sinking feeling of being socially invisible? Well, today, we're going to talk about how to change that. In this explainer, we are laying out a clear, practical path to go from feeling completely unseen to becoming magnetic. Okay, let's dive right in.
You know exactly what I'm talking about. You walk into a party, maybe a coffee shop, and the conversations are buzzing all around you. People are laughing, connecting, and you're just there, kind of on the sidelines, feeling like a ghost. It's such a painful, isolating feeling, and believe me, so many of us have been there. And then what happens? The negative self-talk kicks in. That little voice in your head starts whispering that maybe, just maybe, something is fundamentally wrong with you. I'm here to tell you that voice is not only incredibly common, it's also completely wrong. You are not the problem.
So, here's our game plan. First, we're going to unpack the invisibility trap itself. Then, we'll walk through 4 really practical, powerful steps you can use right away. We're talking about the first 3 seconds, your body language, this amazing thing called the curiosity secret, the power of silence, and then we'll wrap it all up with the one crucial mindset shift that makes everything click.
So, let's get into this trap. I used to be a master of it. I'd be in a coffee shop, head down, scrolling on my phone, pretending to be super busy, but secretly just hoping someone would talk to me. Or at parties, oh yeah, I'd find a nice safe wall to lean against, telling myself I was observing, when really, I was just waiting to be seen. For years, I was convinced the problem was me. My personality wasn't sparkly enough, my jokes weren't funny enough, my confidence was too low. But the real issue, the thing that unlocked it all, was so much simpler and way more fixable. Here's the key. It's not about who you are, it's about what you signal before you even open your mouth.
And that brings us right to our first step. This one is immediate, and it is a game changer. It's all about what happens in that tiny, tiny window of time when you first walk into a room. This is where you either open the door to connection, or you accidentally slam it shut. 3 seconds, that's it. That is how long it takes for people around you to subconsciously decide if you're open and approachable. It's not a conscious judgment call. It's like this ancient survival wiring we all have. And most of us are failing this test without even knowing we're taking it.
Now here's the wild part. We walk into a room, look down at our phones or at the floor, and we think we're just being polite and not bothering anyone. But the signal we're actually sending out is a giant flashing do not disturb sign. So people see that and, out of respect, they leave you alone. You've accidentally asked for the very invisibility you hate.
So how do we fix it? It's this simple, 4-part routine. First, walk in with your head level. Not way up in the air, but not buried in your chest either. Second, just do a calm, easy scan of the room. You're allowed to look around. Third, when your eyes meet someone else's, just hold it for a beat, like half a second. Don't stare, but also don't snap your gaze away in panic. And fourth, just offer a tiny, subtle smile or a nod. That's it. That's the invitation.
I tried this out once in a bookstore. Instead of my usual move of trying to blend in with the shelves, I walked in with my head level, did the calm scan, and made that brief, friendly eye contact. Not even 10 minutes later, a stranger came up to me and asked about the book I was holding. That had literally never happened to me before. Same person, same place. The only thing that changed was that I stopped practicing being invisible.
Okay, so you've nailed the entrance. Awesome. But your nonverbal communication doesn't just stop after 3 seconds. Your body keeps telling a story, and you need to make sure it's telling the right one.
I learned this one the hard way at a workshop. The instructor asked me to stand in front of the group, and I just stood how I normally did. Hands stuffed in my pockets, shoulders kind of hunched forward. When he asked the group for feedback, they said things like closed off, nervous, unapproachable. Then he just told me to take my hands out of my pockets and relax my shoulders. The new feedback? Confident, relaxed, easy to talk to. I didn't say a word. The only thing that changed was my posture. So here's a super simple checklist you can use. First, keep your hands visible. It's a primal thing. Hidden hands can subconsciously signal danger to people. Next, keep your shoulders relaxed and your chest open. Stand balanced on your feet, not shifting around nervously. And finally, just unclench your jaw and let your face be soft. This whole posture just signals safety, trust, and that you're available for connection.
So, we've adjusted our entrance, we've adjusted our posture, now for the biggest shift of all. And this one happens inside your head. For years, I thought I had to perform in conversations. Be funny, be witty, be impressive. That pressure is just exhausting. The secret is to stop performing and just start connecting. Just look at this shift.
The old, draining way is all about you. What do they think of me? Am I saying the right thing? The magnetic way completely flips the camera around. It's not about being interesting, it's about being interested. When you get genuinely curious about the other person, all that pressure to perform just melts away. I remember one time at a meetup, instead of asking the boring old, "What do you do?" I asked someone, "What made you decide to come out to this tonight?" And that one simple, curious question turned into an hour-long conversation. He even said, "Wow, no one ever asks me that." That's the moment it really clicked for me. Connection isn't about impressing people, it's about making them feel seen and heard.
All right, our next step, number 4, is going to feel a little strange at first, but trust me, it's incredibly powerful. We're often taught that silence in a conversation is awkward, that it's a failure we need to fix immediately. But what if I told you that silence, when you learn how to use it, is actually magnetic?
You know that desperate rush to fill every single pause? It practically screams insecurity. It's like you're saying, "Please don't get bored of me." But a relaxed silence, that's a totally different thing. It creates a comfortable space in the conversation that signals grounded confidence. It tells the other person you're not panicked, you're present, and you're perfectly okay just being there with them.
I saw this happen in a library of all places. I was just reading, totally calm and in my own world. When someone sat down nearby, I didn't feel that usual jolt of social anxiety or the need to say something. I just stayed relaxed. A moment later, she leaned over and started a conversation with me. My calm created a safe space for that to happen. Your nervous system is contagious. When people feel safe and relaxed around you, they are drawn to you. It's that simple.
All right, we have covered all of the how-tos. Now we get to the why behind it all. This final mindset shift is the foundation that everything else is built on. It's the core energy that makes your body language authentic, your curiosity genuine, and your silence confident instead of awkward. Most of us walk into rooms with this subtle permission-seeking energy. We're quietly asking, "Is it okay for me to be here? Do you guys accept me?" But magnetic people operate from a totally different place. Their energy says, "I already belong here. I'm not here for your approval. I'm just here to be present." And that's not arrogance. It's a calm, settled self-assurance.
And this reveals the great paradox of social connection. When you are desperately chasing attention and validation, it runs away from you. But the second you let go of needing it, the moment you become grounded in your own presence, that is the moment people become naturally drawn to your energy. So, here it is. This is your new mantra. Before you walk into a room, just repeat this to yourself. Really adopt this mindset. It shifts everything from a place of neediness to a place of wholeness. And this one change will alter how you stand, how you listen, and ultimately how other people experience being around you.
And let's end with this, because if you take one thing away today, I want it to be this. If you've spent your life feeling like you are missing some special social gene, please hear me. There is nothing wrong with you. You are not broken. You are just waiting for an invitation to a party that you are already at. You never ever needed permission to belong.